Okay, everyone. Welcome to part 3 of this stream, Age of Empires 3. On the last part, I was able to bring down most of the Portuguese advance and destroy their fort. But right now, this is where the final battle is going to happen. We have already our troops at the ready to prepare for the final assault. However, we need to be careful because the Portuguese are not going to wait for us to attack. They're going to attack the same way that they did, although I'm going to have some extra men to help out on this final assault. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a comment on the live chat. I'll be looking at it from time to time while playing the game. I hope you guys have enjoyed the other parts. Sorry for my swearing, but oh well. And also sorry for the many times that I thought that I was a bit nervous, but this is actually all part of entertainment. No need to go that far. Anyways, let's go back to where we were left off, shall we? Okay, so according to what I managed to do, I have some troops here, and well, not as much as the troops that I used to have, but it's still enough to actually prepare quite a good surprise for the enemy. It's going to be quite interesting. Okay, so the first thing to do is to prepare the army, because we're going to keep on holding off the enemy for a bit more. Okay, looks like our resources have arrived. Ooh! Attack the cannons. Leave the rest for my men. Well done.
Sí. Voy a hacerlo. Preparado. ¡Al ataque! Voy a hacerlo.
Well done.
¿Qué me ordena? Sí.
Now let's move on forwards.
Sí. ¡Al ataque! Preparado. Voy a hacerlo. ¡A las armas!
I know that the cannons are around here somewhere.
Sí.
Here they are.
Sí, lo haré. Sí.
I really need the Imperial level for the cavalry. Just a moment. I'll be able to do that just in a moment. Uh-huh.
Al ataque. Sí. Preparado. Lo haré.
There goes their cannons. Their cannons are out of commission. There you go. Now gather some cavalry. We're going to need lots of those.
Preparado. Lo haré.
Okay,
Voy a hacerlo.
now let us move
Lo haré.
onwards,
¿Qué me voy a hacer?
placing more pressure on the enemy as we get closer.
Voy a hacerlo. A las armas.
Now to destroy.
¿Qué me lo haré?
Ooh. Oh, they're sending out some men from behind. We're going to
¿Qué me ordena?
intercept them. Very smart strategy.
¿Qué me ordena?
We should really. I should have waited. They sure are going to attack us now.
Sí. Al ataque.
Okay, the cavalry is
Preparado.
ready.
Sí. Voy a hacerlo.
Okay, we're going to need extra resources now.
¿Cuál es su comando?
There's only one.
Preparado. Sí.
Okay, we're going to
¿Qué me ordena? Voy a hacerlo.
we're going to wait here because I know that the enemy
¿Qué me ordena? Sí. Lo haré.
is really strong now. Oh, here it is.
¿Qué me ordena? Voy a hacerlo. Sí.
My Imperial cavalry destroyed their
Sí. Lo haré.
cannons
Sí.
like it was nothing,
Lo haré.
like they were made of butter.
¿Qué me ordena? Voy a hacerlo.
Like woods ready for the axe.
Preparado. Voy a hacerlo.
Okay, we should really gather more troops quickly and strengthen ourselves because we're going to hit really hard on the enemy now.
Preparado. Correcto.
The enemy has been trying to destroy this wall for the longest of time, but right now we're going to
¿Qué me ordena?
bring them down.
Sí. Sí. Voy a hacerlo.
And we're going to do that
Sí.
with our lovely army composed of infantry, cavalry, okay, so this is what I was looking for. There's the majority of the cannons. We're going after them. Against my cavalry, they basically don't do much damage at all. We're going to destroy these guys. They have a lot of experience, so this is great. I'm going to use that experience for extra
Lo haré.
extra
¿Qué
food.
me ordena? Sí.
¿Sí?
Sí. Preparado. Lo haré.
That's more like it.
Sí, lo haré.
Now we have the cavalry at the ready. We have the infantry at the ready. We have everything.
Preparado.
This time,
Voy
we're
a
winning.
hacerlo.
So we're going to continue on the assault. And right now we have everything.
Voy a hacerlo.
We have the troops
Sí,
ready,
voy a hacerlo.
along with the
Preparado. Lo haré.
infantry.
Voy a hacerlo.
So we're going to attack now.
Sí,
We're going to send out our army,
al ataque.
and we're going to attack now.
Sí, sí. Voy a hacerlo. A las armas.
Bloquear mis rutas comerciales no te librará de la furia del ejército.
I don't think you have an army this time, Henry.
Voy a hacerlo. A las armas. Preparado. Lo haré.
Ooh, you actually have. Against the cannons, quickly.
Preparado. Sí.
Ooh. Well, I'm surprised.
¿Qué me ordenas?
Looks like we have to retreat.
Al ataque. Voy a hacer. Sí. Sí. Lo haré. Sí. Lo haré. Sí. Al ataque. Voy a hacerlo. Sí. A las armas. Sí. Sí. Al ataque. Lo haré. A las armas. Al ataque. Sí. Lo haré. A las armas. Sí. Lo haré. Voy a hacerlo. Sí. Voy a hacerlo. Sí. Sí. Lo haré. ¿Qué me ordena? Sí. Al ataque, a las armas. Voy a hacerlo. Sí. Preparado. Lo haré. Sí. Lo haré.
Preparada.
Hmm?
¿Qué me ordena? Sí. A las armas.
Attack the cannons.
Lo haré. Sí. Al ataque. Preparado. Sí. Voy a hacerlo. Al ataque. Sí. Sí. Preparado. Lo haré. Sí. Preparado.
Okay, we're going to need
Lo haré. Voy a hacerlo. Lo haré. ¿Qué me ordena? Voy a hacerlo.
Now we're going to attack.
¿Qué me ordena?
We're going to send out
Al ataque.
these mortars into the enemy.
Voy a hacerlo.
We're going to win this time. There's nothing they can do against us now. We're going to win.
Sí. ¿Qué me ordena? Sí. ¿Qué me ordena? Voy a hacerlo. Sí. Lo haré. Voy a hacerlo. Sí. Lo haré.
Now where?
Voy a hacerlo. Sí. Sí. Lo haré. Al ataque.
Okay, the mortars are at the ready. Their town center is basically defenseless.
Sí. A las armas.
Here comes the cavalry, the enemy.
En mi orden. Preparado. Sí.
Yes.
Nadie has arrasado mi centro urbano.
Yes! We destroyed one of their town centers. But that also provoked them, and now they are really upset. So let's move out, move back, fall back, and regroup. We're going to need that. I should have done that before. I'm going to destroy these cannons because they are really dangerous, so I'm not going to allow them to live any longer. Ooh. Okay, looks like we already have the Portuguese cannons already attacking us. They really didn't wanted to waste any time to attack us, huh? Should really prepare ourselves.
Preparado.
Ooh, I should. Where is my church? The church has been destroyed.
¿Cuál es su comando?
Yes, I have destroyed my church.
Voy a hacerlo. ¿Qué me ordena? Sí.
This is good. I managed to survive. My wall is still intact. Destroy those cannons.
¿Qué me ordena? Preparado. Voy a hacerlo. Sí. Sí. Preparado. Lo haré. Sí. Sí. Voy a hacerlo. ¿Qué me ordena? Lo haré.
We managed to weaken them. We're going to send out more troops into the battlefield. And we're going to need some wood because
¿Qué me ordena?
I need to
Lo haré.
activate one of the.
Preparado. Voy a hacerlo. Lo haré.
Okay, we're going to need these men, frankly, to attack the enemy. So we're going to keep on gathering resources, troops.
Voy a hacerlo. Preparado. Sí.
The enemy economy is starting to crumble. That is great. This is a strong sign that we're doing it. And this is what the enemy is so worried about. is the fact that we are doing it. We're finally cracking that hardcore that the Portuguese had. Okay, let's recover any damage from the wall. So that we don't have to worry about anything. Yep. The wall is completely recovered. We're going to send out our troops right away.
Sí, preparado. Sí.
Oh,
Lo haré. A las armas. Al ataque.
that's more like it, because without the cannons they can't damage our infantry at all.
¿Qué me ordena? Sí. Preparado. Lo haré. Voy a hacer.
Now, advance with caution. We're going to...
Sí. Lo haré. Al ataque. Preparado. Voy a hacerlo.
Good.
Lo haré. Sí.
Now advance with caution, because the enemy managed to deal quite a lot of damage, and we need a church.
Preparado. Voy a hacerlo. Sí. Sí. Voy a hacerlo. ¿Qué me ordena? ¿Sí? Sí, voy a hacerlo. ¿Qué me ordena? Sí. Sí.
Ha. Well done. Okay, let's speed up the training of the cavalry, because we're going to need some extra men.
¿Qué me ordena?
And while we are waiting for the resources, we're going to attack.
Preparado. Lo haré. Sí.
Because right now we have enough troops.
Sí. Lo haré.
We are strong enough to attack now.
Lo haré.
We're going to attack
Sí.
now.
Sí. Lo haré. Preparado. Sí. Preparado. Sí.
We have a lot of troops now.
Sí. ¿Qué me ordena? Lo haré. Sí. ¿Qué me ordena? Voy a hacerlo. Sí. Preparado. ¿Qué me ordena? Sí. Lo haré. Voy a hacerlo. Sí. ¿Qué me ordena? Sí. Preparado. ¿Qué me ordena? Sí. ¿Qué me ordena? Sí. A las armas. ¿Quién me ordena? ¡Sí! Preparado. Sí. Preparado. Sí, sí. Voy a hacerlo. ¿Qué me ordena? Lo haré. Voy a hacerlo.
And now we're going to attack.
Sí. Lo haré.
This time we crack at their defenses, we crack at their resistance force. Oh, well. Oof. This is my cavalry. We should really attack the cannons. This is basically what they are trying to save. Send out troops quickly because we're going to need extra men. And I don't want to fall back. Not this time. This time we're going to win. There you go. We have destroyed the army. The Portuguese are done for. This is it. This is it.
Voy a hacerlo. A las armas.
The Portuguese are done for. They have no more strength. And now we're going to destroy their source of power, their economy. Hmm? I don't think so. We're going to send out some troops to defend the fortress. Here comes the troops. The enemy has no chances. We're going to attack now. Send out the cavalry. We're going to crush their cannons.
¿Quién me ordena?
They're all done for. So we're going to send out the men and gather more troops because we're starting to have few on the battlefield. The reinforcements have arrived.
¿Quién me ordena? Lo haré. Voy a hacer. A las armas.
Okay, guys. Okay, Portuguese, you better surrender because I'm not going to fall back. Victory is ours. There's nothing they can do. Their economy is out. Their strength is out. And my wall still survives. This is it. This is actually the final battle, and we did it. Victory is ours. Because the enemy won't be able to survive. I'm going to send out the cavalry. They may have those many cannons, but they won't stand a chance against the cavalry. I'm going to attack the town center right now to put an end to this very long day of war. And I'm going to also gather some cavalrymen. Yep, they're heading towards the town center. Okay, hussars, deal with these cannons. This is basically why I want the enemy to create cannons so that I can destroy them and use the experience from the cannons to gather. Okay, their last town center has fallen. This means victory is ours. We did it. We did it this time. We did it this time. And the Portuguese are done for. Oh boy. Finally. Okay, let's destroy that thing. Because those cannons were quite annoying. There you go. No more troops. No more cannons. Nothing. The enemy is completely defeated. Even with the outpost, I didn't have to use the outposts at all, or the training posts. Nope. Now we're going to destroy. It's time for them to pay for it. We're going to destroy their town, just like they did with me a lot of times. We're going to destroy their colony. And we're not done yet. Here comes my reinforcements.
No sé cómo, pero has mostrado más astucia que yo. Ahora debo rendir.
Okay! Victory! Why? Because the Portuguese said to surrender, and I have accepted their surrender. Because they deserve it. They really deserve it. Well done! Well done! The final battle is ours. We won! We won! Okay, I have to say, I thought that I was done for, but it's been like almost 6 hours of intense battle in this map, and I thought I was done for. Until I decided to go for the Imperial Age, and there we go. We just destroyed the Portuguese, who had every chances of winning, and we made them surrender. So I accepted their surrender because they were merciful on me. So yes, there we go. We just did that. I accepted their surrender because of that. Well done, nice fair playing. I loved the Portuguese AI because they were a great way of fair playing. So there you go. Victory is ours. The Spain and Germany won this war against the French and the Portuguese. So let's see the map. Yes, definitely. The Portuguese had no chance. We had the the troops at the ready here. We had the fort already with some troops. We had this. This is what have been my strength. The economy. People working tirelessly on food and gold just to create these countless amounts of troops, and we have managed to push the Portuguese back time and time again until they had to surrender. Well done. Well done indeed. What an epic battle. I love this game, man. Okay. So, now that this war has ended and the Spanish won this hard mode that actually took quite a while. What kind of what kind of colony you want me to play with next time? British, maybe Portugal, or any other country? Maybe the Russians, because the Russians in this game, they are really strong. Unlike the other, unlike the other colonies, the Russians are incredibly tough. Like for example, whenever you have a barracks constructed, the Russians have the power to create 5 to 10 units at once. So, whoa, that is a lot of troops. I mean, all the other barracks are only able to create 1 unit. But the Russians have the power to create massive amount of troops. And I have one colony that is quite advanced at level 57 more or so. If you want me to try out the Russians, I can do that because, well, they are really tough. I mean, they are able to create troops much faster than the ones that you have seen with the Spanish. And mind you, I won this game with beginning cards. Like when you create the colony, I use it the same cards. Even if the colony were now at level 6, I didn't had any benefit from the cards except for 1 card, or no, actually for 3 cards, which are the mortar, the falconet, and the food resources, because I needed those resources in order to keep on the economy. I should have done this before, but I just couldn't because the enemy was really stubborn, and I had to fall back and be patient. Although I have to say, boy, they had the chance. Like, they had a huge chance of winning this game if they had killed all the citizens back then. But if you look at the first part, you'll notice that I had only 2 citizens left. And the Portuguese, instead of attacking the citizens and bring a game over on the place, on the map, no. They just they just spared my 2 citizens, which were the last ones, because my colony was completely destroyed. I was done for completely, and they spared 2 citizens. And like I said on the previous part, if I had won this match, I would accept their defeat, their surrender, and I just did that. I'm true to my word. There you go. I have to say, Whoa, this was the longest battle I have ever had. And I'm glad that the Portuguese didn't go with the with the economy supremacy. Otherwise, well, I would have like 5 minutes to attack one of the train posts, and I was going to basically be left out with no other choice but to surrender. Because the clock really wouldn't give me much time. 5 minutes in the game isn't enough to create an army. It takes much longer time than that. And from the start of this battle to the finish line, most of the battle, I was in a huge disadvantage. But I'm glad that I take down the French at the start, because otherwise I would be again 2 against 1 in the hard mode. As you noticed, it's incredibly hard. As for the expert, well, I was going to be totally destroyed because they would be really good on the resources, because their cards and economy would be much more powerful uh, than the others. But I won this game fair and square, thanks to the Portuguese colony, because the AI spared my last 2 citizens, and it's thanks to those 2 citizens that I managed uh, to fight back, struggling with a huge disadvantage because they had a huge army, and just like that, I took down their fort, I took down their colony, I took down their army, and the buildings that were basically the pillars of Ares' army, and he had no choice but to surrender. He who had all the chances of winning this game, and I managed to turn the tables and win in a fair fight, because this wasn't a straight victory. It took me a time, like a long time, like for the past 4 hours. It took me 4 hours to defeat this guy alone. So, ouch. He had a lot of power. He had a lot of economy. He could finish me off, yet he spared me at the last second, and I managed to recover. We had multiple skirmishes in the map, and the final battle, which was showed in this third and last part, was epic. I had all the pieces together. I had the cavalry to take down the cannons. I had the infantry to take down their infantry units, as well as the musketeer to take down the rest, which were the cavalry. And because I had the Imperial Age, my troops were already on the same level as his. So Henry had no way of winning, because not only I was constantly building up the army, also I was kind of clever, because I had to fall back the troops. I wasn't going to send all in without being safe with some troops back down. And I have to say that this AI was smart. Not not only he had the majority of the map under his control, and everything was on his control, but he also gave me a chance to restart the game, like without surrender, because he was trying to make me surrender because he had everything, and at the end he lost it because I created the colony on the best spot, which were um, on the farthest area of the map, on the farthest corner of the map, and I was in front of their fort. And Henry's fort was basically the first tombstone of his power, because if the fort was still there, um, I would have to fall back because I didn't have any cannons, and my infantry wouldn't really help me out with that because the fort is really tough, and I had to create some cannons. But since I didn't have the building to create cannons, I used the cards. And thankfully, I had the two mortars who were essential to not only to destroy the fort, but also to destroy one of the town centers. Because the major weak spot for the Portuguese happens to be their town centers. If you destroy their town centers, it's done. It's done. Their economy is gonna crumble. Everything is gonna crumble. Even if they had so many troops, if the town centers fall, boom, there it goes. So yeah, what a battle! I really like it this game. And if you guys want to see more of these, of these battles, of these gameplays, then you can always ask in the comments below, or you can always go for the community with the votes to see what you guys think of what country should I play next for the other streams. That is, if you guys want to see more streams like these. I prefer to go with the hard mode because, well, it gives more pleasure than the expert. Because unfortunately, the expert was a bit too much for me. But this battle was enjoyable. Although I was kind of nervous at the start, the first part, I was really nervous. On the second part, I was a bit more confident because I had a chance there. But then I realized that something was going on terribly wrong. And that is, I had the troops, yes, but my economy was kind of fragile. And I was basically at the mercy of the Portuguese because I left my colony wide open for an attack, and that was a horrible choice. But it's thanks to that I managed to pull out some of the citizens from that colony, created a colony on another part of the map, just to create some resources because I knew what to do. I just had to make sure that the enemy wouldn't see me. And when they saw me on that area, well, there goes the citizens that were there. But thankfully, I had another colony, so I had two colonies, and this one was the one that survived because Because the enemy didn't know about the second one. They only knew about the first one. So I was clever. And since I managed to create an army in the Imperial Age, I just had to just develop, create more troops, and wait for the enemy. Although, I have to say at first, I thought that the enemy wouldn't see me, but they saw me, and I was about to create the wall. And I thought, oh boy, I'm done for. But thankfully, my troops were strong enough to take down the enemy army, and their assault was kind of failure, was a total failure. Thankfully for me, because that was my last chance. I had no choice. Like, the entire map was under their control. I had to create a spot for me to make my last stand. And I did it, and it worked. The strategy worked so well that I just used it to attack everything else. And there we go. This is the result. A very wonderful victory. A fair game, yes, because it's thanks to the Portuguese AI that I still had the power to recover and counter them to the point of actually getting the win. So there you go. Okay, guys, that's it for the stream. For this stream, I'll be doing another stream later on, but it won't be about streaming like in this game. It won't be about video games. It will be more about Blender. Yeah, because, well, I want to try something out so that I can see if I can do something wonderful. I'm going to keep my my camera on, as well as a lovely picture from my OC. Looks like that picture was actually my lucky charm. my good luck charm, and it worked. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time, a bit later. But it won't be about streaming the game. It's more about doing more works on animation, and also with a bit of work with Blender, and that will actually help me out with with the live chat and all. So I thank you guys for watching this.